Hey guys, welcome back. A few days ago was Black Friday, so I got myself a new helmet. So let's open the box, let's look inside, and let's review this helmet from AGV. But enough of the chit chat, let's get on it. This is a 100% carbon fiber helmet. And you can tell with all this red, white and green that is actually from AGV. Now, let's see what's included inside the box. Inside the box you get a pin lock, because the helmet comes with a pin lock. You get an extra chin curtain. You also get the classic AGV stickers and a little manual. Just by looking at the bags the helmet comes in, you will find that this is a premium helmet. You have tricolor stitches, green, white and red. You have the AGV logo, and it's a nice shaped bag. On top of that, on the inside of the bag, you have a strap that you can use to carry the helmet. Let's open the bag, let's pull it out. This is the 100% carbon fiber Sportmodular from AGV. So what does Sportmodular means? It means you can actually open the front. This helmet is 100% carbon fiber, even if you can see it's painted gray on this side, but it's carbon fiber underneath throughout the whole helmet. So most of the modular helmet, the main portion of the helmet is carbon fiber, while the chin bar is usually some other material. On the Sportmodular case, even the chin bar is actually carbon fiber. That makes it so that this helmet is quite lighter than a regular modular helmet. Now, they claim 1,200 grams or 1,300 grams, which is 2.8 pounds or something like that. I think they use the small shell to give you that number. This one is an extra large, so it's the biggest shell they have. And I've dealt with the helmet, it feels a little heavier than 1,300 grams. But before we get into the helmet itself, what you get and why would I buy a Sportmodular? This is a $750 helmet in this color scheme. And I paid around $450 for it because it was on closeout, link in the description. So I thought it was a very great deal, and because I liked my previous modular helmet so much, I decided to get another one. And if you have the chance to get a 100% carbon fiber helmet, why not? On top of that, the Sportmodular, it's a very sport shape helmet. Most of those other modular are kind of weird, they're kind of round or all sorts of different shapes. But this one, it's mostly looking like a normal helmet. You can't quite tell unless you look very close to it that this is a modular helmet. But enough about why I chose this helmet, and let's see what we get from this helmet itself. Let's start with the vents. You have one vent up top over here. You have one vent up front over here. The top vent goes obviously open and close. It's one and done. The front vent over here, it feels like it has two retaining position, 1 and 2. It obviously vents up top over here for the visor, and on the inside over here that goes straight to your face. And then you have, I'm assuming this is a passive vent. Everybody, when they talk about this helmet, everybody talks about the spoiler. The spoiler on a Sportmodular, I know that there are two vents in there, so you can adjust close, half away or fully open. I'm assuming at a certain speed that might actually be considered a spoiler to help you out, but Those speed are high for a sport modular. I don't think you go to the racetrack with this thing. It seems really well made. The carbon fiber pattern, it doesn't have any imperfection that I can see right now. And the cool thing is it goes around the top and on the edges to show you that it is full carbon fiber all around. It's really nice. I was really surprised because I was expecting a matte black finish over here because the way the light hit the picture online. But when this came out and it was actually this type of gray, I was incredibly pleased with it. I liked it quite a bit. One thing to notice, to keep the weight down, they decided to make the double D ring on the bottom titanium. That seems like every little bit helps, I guess. So, and also, as you guys can see, all the mechanical parts are really small. Like this one must be the smallest pivot point that I've ever seen. Speaking of the sun visor inside, the movement seems pretty good. There is a stop at the end, kind of a lock mechanism that you move it up to that point and then clicks in. Same thing on the opening part. So it looks pretty well made. I've seen reviews where people were complaining about the helmet not being premium, but as far as I can see, it looks really well made. As the classic AGV lock up front, it's not as hard as many people say. It's literal, you have it on your head, push down and lift up, easy as that. And there is first stop, city riding, second stop, fully closed. Another complaint I've seen online is the chin bar. Many people say that this chin bar is difficult to open. I don't think it is, even one-handed. It opens really easy, and the closing, nice and easy as well. All right, let's try to open it. It opens pretty good. I see where this might be one-handed. Okay. Two-handed works great. One end, maybe you gotta slam it a little bit. Yeah. But since we're talking about how light it is, let's grab a scale and let's see what the scale says. It says 1,589 grams. Let's stay with the grams because it seems to be the standard for helmet weight. And let's see how much this one weighs. 1,545 grams. But this helmet over here is from a few years back. So let's grab a new AGV and let's check it out. This is my K5S, which is the helmet I use to ride sport bike. Mind you, this one has a Sena in it, so which adds a little bit of weight. This helmet is 1,597, so this one is lighter, but I'm assuming that's because this one has the Sena on it. The Sena would add a little bit of weight, but still, this one is not polycarbonate. This is a composite helmet. It's super light for what it is. And this one is an XL as well as this one, so a very good comparison. So when it comes to street riding, this is very light, this one is just as light. It looks like they used premium materials on the inside, and one thing to know is that the inside actually is reversible. So the top padding, the crown padding, whatever they call it, is reversible. There is a hot side and a cool side. The only thing left to do is to go ride and see how it performs. Alright, I just came back from riding with the helmet. I decided to take the Ducati Scrambler out because there is the least wind protection. And let's start talking how this helmet performed. Let's start with the bed. Well, it's quite noisy. Not noisy like I used to have an helmet from AGV that had a whistle in it. And that whistle, that continuous whistle, was really annoying. This is not the kind of loud I'm talking about. I'm talking about wind noise. There is a lot of wind coming down here. As a matter of fact, when I would cover those parts, it was actually very quiet. But there is a lot of wind coming through. Maybe I can do as I did with my K5S AGV, where I replace my extra large padding with large padding to get a thicker padding down there and get a better seal. I don't know why I have a lot of space over here. Another thing which turned out to be annoying, I swapped the chin curtain for the thicker chin curtain, and it turns out that as many people complain about the chin strap choking them, I didn't have that problem until I would close the front of the helmet, and the bigger, thicker chin curtain actually would push the chin strap into my Adam's apple, or whatever this thing is called, making it really annoying. So I would have to actually push it down like that not to feel that choking sensation. Otherwise, when the helmet is open and it's just the strap was just fine. Other than that, I think that is it for the bed on this helmet. Everything else I was really impressed, starting with the field of view. So the field of view is huge. You can see very far to the side, and at the same time, one of the things I was pleasantly surprised with was the visor. The visor comes down all the way, so much so that on my other AGV, the visor leaves a little bit of a space on the bottom. Even on my next helmet, the visor leaves a little bit of a space, so you're constantly reminded that you actually have a visor. In this helmet, the visor comes completely down to the edge of the chin bar, so much so that I poked it a couple of times because I wanted to scratch my eye, and I forgot that the visor was down. That's how good and wide it is. Really impressed with the visor, and it does not go up mid-ride. It does not come down. Once it's locked in place, it's locked in place. Really happy about that. I thought I might have a problem with the vents, only having one up top and one up front. Instead, it turns out that they flow a ton of air, and the air on the top vent there goes straight over here, and you can feel it. Mind you, it's 70 degrees outside right now, so you can really feel it. And I was actually able to open this with no problem with my gloves on. And on the freeway, the spoiler doesn't do anything, absolutely anything. It does improve the airflow though. You can feel it on the freeway. So I tried the crack up like that, and it was good. I actually rode it open in downtown Riverside, and it's pretty good. The fat chin curtain over here, it gets in the way, so this thing is gonna go. I'm gonna go back to the shorter one. But one thing is the helmet is really light on your head, and even at speed there is no pushing. You don't feel the strain. The helmet is very flowy, very aerodynamic. It's not as bad as all the reviews that I watch make it sound. It's not cheaply built as everybody say. The mechanism is smooth and it works pretty good. I like it quite a bit. So if you want to buy this helmet, check the description down below. I'm going to put some links down there. Other than that, I think I'm going to put some pinstriping between the carbon fiber and the solid color to see the result of that. Follow me on Instagram, link obviously as always down in the description. If you did like this video, if you did love this video, subscribe. Other than that, stay tuned and I'll see you next time.